broadcast network, AfterBuzz TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AfterBuzz TV, the destination for TV superfans, producing after-shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
No, no movement like that.
You gotta join in now.
Welcome, AfterBuzzers, to another fantastic edition of the Stewarts and Hamilton's After Show here at AfterBuzz TV. We're talking Season 1, Episode 5, A Can of Worms. And, you know, the rain generally brings out the worms, so we thought, why not play a little Rod Stewart tonight?
Very
like that?
purposeful.
Do you like that?
Yes, I like this.
There was intention behind this.
There really was.
There was intention. I'm your host, Allison Dean. You can find me everywhere at the Allison Dean, and I have two of my favorite people ever right next to me.
Ever.
Who are
That's
you,
right.
fabulous people? Oh, wait, three. I have three of my most fabulous people in the room. Alexis is included in the mix. Alexis, say hi to everybody.
And Alexis is the most important.
She is the most important. She is the one manning.
I was just feeling left out. Okay?
I did not ever, and actually we have also another guest in the studio.
It's getting...
So basically, Allison lied.
So
There's
basically,
many people here.
I should be fired is what should happen. I am a horrible, seemingly, it's just terrible. It's what have I done just now? I take it all back. Let's start over. Okay. Oops, we're live. And again. Okay. Blake, who are you?
I am one of the many people. I am Blake V, and you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Blake V Media.
And I am your friend as well.
You are.
It's
true. Who are you?
I'm Guy. But I'm
And?
number 2, but I'm on my way to be number 1. She's number 1. But
you're about to
just
get
'cause she's
ousted.
not more.
Okay.
It's getting competitive in
You
here.
can find me at Guy and a Girl Show on Twitter and Guy David 86 on Instagram with my 20 followers.
Excellent.
It's growing. Guy David, it's
got
growing.
from 13 from last week.
Exactly.
Slowly but surely.
Every week you're getting 7 more. So I'm just saying, you know, in 25 years,
It's
you're going to
going
have
well.
a lot.
We'll have 125 years. What will that be?
If you're not already subscribing, please hit that subscribe button right down below, all of us, depending on what's going on the screen right now. And if you're listening to us on iTunes or SoundCloud, give us the 5-star ratings, por favor. 5, and always feel free to comment.
You mean Cinco?
Cinco, whatevs, yeah, whatever this means. This means 10, actually, which
10.
I'll take that really as even better, but how about that? Great. This is off to such a good start.
We're 3 minutes, 30 seconds into the show.
Alexis totally agrees.
I'm loving it.
What a hoot it's going to be.
It's going to be fantastic.
What show are we talking about again?
Where are we?
Yeah.
What's happening?
Hashtag Stew Ham. Yes. ABTV Stew Ham.
Yes.
Yes.
That is right.
What an episode.
Tonight was a good episode. The highlight of the episode for me
Yes.
was George. God, I love George.
You love George.
I do. I just
Every
love
episode,
George.
I feel like you say the highlight is George.
Well, he's hilarious. He's
George.
classy.
I know.
He just impresses every episode.
And he knows exactly when to look at the camera. He hasn't lost
does.
it. He's like, he's got it. He got the
does.
movie star. I know when to look at you out there.
he's
Yeah,
a seasoned pro.
I don't want to agree with you all the time, but I do. He's the star of the show. He's what? How old is he? 75?
Don't fight it, guy. Don't fight it.
He's 75. I think he's like 75.
I think it sounds good.
He
Yeah.
is so... What would you say that is? Suave?
Oh yeah, suave.
So-
Suave.
He's the star of the show, and Sean's the most annoying in the show, as far as I'm concerned.
Although Sean had some redeeming moments for me tonight.
He completely had redeeming moments
What
guy.
redeeming
in this
moments?
episode.
Hey,
The
guy.
dog.
Yes.
George Hamilton is 76.
76.
Older than I thought.
76.
That's incredible.
Can I do a quick shout out to Crow Princess in
Yes, you
chat right
can.
now? Who says, hi, beautiful people, and no, we think you're beautiful, even though I can't see you.
Hello.
Is there a picture of it? No,
No,
can't see it.
but maybe, but I can't. The YouTube
Tell her to
photos.
send us a pic.
Yeah. That was Guy David talking.
That's a different show, guy.
Oh, we're
We're going to
doing
stay on
so well.
point the rest
Yeah.
of the show, I think.
Anyhow, I thought Sean really redeemed himself because I have a rescue dog who actually is the same breed as Well,
Duke.
mine might be Ella might be a little bit different of a mix, but some pity in her. And yes, and his dog Duke was just adorable. And the fact that he wanted to throw Duke a birthday party, I
Yes.
was like, Sean, 2 thumbs up.
It saved everything. Well,
That's becoming more and more common, though. Everyone throws their dog a birthday party,
Yeah,
right?
especially in LA.
Especially in LA.
I have not thrown Ella. I feel like now you're making me feel like a bad
Yeah,
parent.
you
Terrible
are.
mother.
You're no good.
This is terrible.
This is the
No.
trending thing to do. Throw
my
dogs
gosh.
a birthday party right now.
And you have
Stores
to-
are opening everywhere. They're trending.
for
These
all
dog
dog
stores.
things. And
Yeah.
you need to get the cake with the photo of you and Ella, like,
Well, I can
Right next to you.
definitely get that dialed in.
Yeah.
Lord knows.
Yes,
I've got plenty
done.
of those photos to
and
be
Allison
had.
and I are big suckers for animal rescue.
Yes.
And animals in general.
Yes.
So this was really like winning us over.
Tears.
Big time.
I went to an animal rescue place once in my life. I
Yes.
couldn't deal with it.
You couldn't.
No, I
'Cause
couldn't
it's so
deal with it.
sad.
I nearly cried.
Was it
Yeah.
the pound or was it a rescue place?
One of them went in jail, you know? They're in the bars. They're in
Pound.
the cages.
Pound, that's more the pound.
And they just look at you with these faces, and
Like
you can't
Satan.
take them all, but I want to take them all, but you
Yeah.
can't take them all.
I
And
know.
it's just, oh,
It's
God.
not good.
I'm never
Oh,
going
my
back
life
again.
struggle.
I know.
Yeah.
It
it's like,
hurts.
It's torture.
You don't
It is
care if
torture.
you're humans behind bars, but
No.
you care if a dog's behind bars.
Exactly.
Because dogs don't deserve to be behind bars.
No.
Correctamundo.
There we go.
You just nailed it. That's exactly it.
What have they done?
Summed it up.
Nothing.
No.
Can I get back to quickly? I don't dislike Sean. I think I like him. Just I like the look of him. I think he's a good person. But he tries to be too funny. Does anyone get that? Everywhere he goes, he puts it on, and it
Yeah.
just gets...
It's not he's
He's got to
I
be
don't
more
know-
subtle
He's not
in his
trying.
humour in some way. No?
No, it's literally it's how it comes out of him. This is how it presents itself. So I don't necessarily think it's being forced upon us. It's literally what he knows to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like he doesn't know to do other than this.
So you think that's what... I still get the impression he's playing for the camera. No? You don't think...
No, because he was doing that when he was in studio with me, not when we were on camera.
Again,
Yeah.
oh,
I think he likes the camera,
He does like the camera, I think.
but I do think it's genuine.
So he was
as well.
doing the same sort of thing, the rhyming and the non-funny jokes and the, whatever he does.
I'm like, well, I
Whatever.
can really shoot myself in the foot right now.
Do you know what? I do love this show, though. I thought I was just going to do it because you guys persuaded me to do it. You
Because
know?
we forced you, is what you're trying to say.
I was telling Luke today. I was watching, and I'm like, I'm enjoying this. Like, I would actually watch it. Maybe not that far, but I'd actually watch it if I wasn't doing the AfterBuzz show. Like
Okay.
I'd watch every second episode or
That's
something.
very good.
Okay,
That's
That's a
wonderful.
success. I'm enjoying,
Yeah.
and I want it to be renewed. So I want to say good job, Sean, Ashley, Alana, George, JT. I know them all. You know,
Oh, good.
just reel them off like that.
Good.
Is it because that you're this much closer to Robbie Williams because of Alana? And
Shh.
is that what
Don't-
it is?
don't-
Oh,
I'm not going to be able to speak the rest of the show if you
Okay,
mention that
okay,
name.
sorry.
It's like, don't jinx it.
Can I
either.
just tell that I have a man crush on Robbie Williams? Growing up, he's who I wanted to be, a rock star that slept with all the women that could sing and dance, and I couldn't do any of that. So therefore, I wanted to be him. I went to his concerts, and Ashley Hamilton wrote some of his songs, and they're very good friends. I even sent you guys a picture of them
You
arm
did?
in arm
Yes.
today.
You did indeed.
Yes.
You did indeed.
And I was riddled with
You've been on the
envy, jealousy.
research.
Does
Yeah.
Ashley watch the show? He does sometimes, right?
Our show?
Yes.
Well, you better.
Yes,
right?
He
absolutely.
tweets us.
Sure. Yeah.
Well, we'll see him next week, but he's got to help me get my interview with Robbie. Oh. And you guys have got to be there to do it with me because I'm not going to be able to handle the whole
Well,
thing.
obviously.
Oh, we'll have to
obviously.
like calm the situation down.
But
Yeah.
Ashley was obviously
Guy will be
very
losing his
talented because
mind.
these are some of the great songs that Robbie sung, which Ashley wrote. I was just super impressed.
Yeah.
So basically, you're also gonna have a man crush next week on Ashley because he
Of the
was
connection.
so close.
No,
to
maybe.
know.
Maybe. That's yet to be determined. We'll see how it is.
It's like that's taking it a bit.
Maybe if I bring the photo in and then look at him really here, then look at the photo of him. Don't
So
let
then
me
maybe
that.
don't do
let-
that,
yeah,
'cause
that's-
it'll
I'm agreeing
get
with you.
crazy.
Yeah.
That
We
actually
shouldn't do
sounds
that.
like a very interesting photo for us to take of you doing.
Can you Photoshop me in there?
You need to have a photo of Robbie and then the three of you, and then taking a picture of the three.
Do you know, this is my obsession with Rob. I don't want to harp on this too long, but I went out in Hollywood Saturday night. I don't go out very often. I was drinking scotch at home, just, lightening the mood before I went out.
Sure.
I
sure.
went on YouTube on my TV and I put Robbie Williams concerts on and just watched them. Just to get in the mood to actually go out
To
and have
get the
fun
night
a bit.
going.
And I'm thinking, I'm freaking 30 years old nearly. What does the world come to? This is not what I expected to be when I was 14, thinking when I was 30.
I think that Robbie would really appreciate hearing that
Yes,
from you.
Oh, you think I'm a stalker?
No.
You think I'm a creep?
No. I think he would be like,
I still got it.
I still
Yeah,
want to bring
man.
him to America. He never made it here. Heartbreaking.
Well, he kind of did.
He didn't.
He almost
Compared to the rest of his success, he didn't.
did.
Okay, well,
But we remember him.
we do.
But you guys are good at music, especially you.
Well, thank you.
You know your music. He's not a household name here.
Okay, fair enough.
Ish. Okay,
Yeah.
I am like, whatever. Back to Duke. So, Sean manipulates Alana, dearest, to have Duke's birthday party at her house.
And she was so sweet about it and just
Taking it.
taking it.
She was taking it.
Yeah.
I mean, she went to the store to pick out the cake, and I think she didn't necessarily know what she was getting herself into
No,
when.
not at all. Does she ever?
That's true.
Would you ever,
Fair
if you
enough.
were in this family?
Yeah.
You should know Sean by now. She's the son.
She is his mother.
Yeah.
It was interesting because her backyard looks not humongoid.
No.
And so the fact that he had how many dogs in that backyard, I was mortified for her a little bit.
Yeah, you felt her pain.
I did.
Totally.
I did. I mean, I also felt like, yay for all the dogs. You're all together and it's all lovely.
But
But
the Duke looked so freaking cute in his little outfit
Oh my
on his
God.
birthday
Didn't he?
running around.
In his
That was
little
one of the
hat.
best. Yeah, and he had the
Adorable.
toy.
What a
It was,
photo.
that was one of the great moments.
I totally
Actually, good
agree.
on Sean for that.
And I love the fact that there was like the doggy food table and the human food table.
It was really well put together.
Here's what I didn't like. I didn't like when Duke's cake went to the shitter, basically. I was like,
It was a
have
sad moment.
It was
I know.
I did not
I was
appreciate
waiting to
this.
see the cake be first eaten by Duke.
Right.
Just
That's
to
what
get
we
his
were
me-
all
and
expecting.
and
Yes.
I was upset. I agree with you.
Thank you. I was
Yeah.
like, what?
I
I
know.
hope they bought Duke another freaking
Yeah.
doggy
Because
cake.
the birthday boy needed his cake.
Yeah.
That was just not
Come on
okay.
now.
She's angry.
Yes.
And
I'm
then
with you.
One of the attractive George moments was, of course, he's like, well, the dogs seem to be more sophisticated than the humans.
Oh, George with those zingers.
Everything's so smooth. You're just born with that smoothness.
Yes.
He is.
Yes.
I truly believe.
Yeah.
Or
I don't think you can learn it.
because
just
I was
there.
trying to make a funny joke about the smoothness because I really wonder if his skin is actually really smooth or not, and it didn't work. Moving on. So Sean complains that he's having some itchiness in his eye. Something is going on with his eye, and we do see many moments that came before where Duke is licking Sean's face, and everyone is basically saying, "Oh, you should not have
Don't
your
let it
dog
happen."
lick your face."
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on this?
Let the dog lick your face.
Okay, that's how you feel.
I've spent my entire life letting
the dogs lick
the
your
dog lick my face.
As have
And
I.
I'm fine.
If you love your dog, going home to it, seeing it that happy and letting the dog lick your face, you forget about the bacteria, the germs, all the stuff. You just love it. It's a
Completely.
great moment.
Yes.
You love making out with your dog.
Yes.
We do that as human beings.
Yes.
I do every day.
Yeah.
But I hope I don't have that stupid
No.
eye disease. you got.
Toxoplasmosis?
Toxoplasmosis. Was that
mean,
just a great bit of... I mean, was that just editing? They
Yes.
shot this for weeks and weeks and weeks, and then they put together the Duke and the licking and that he
Oh,
had
well,
this.
sure,
And
yeah.
I
that
feel
well-
it was planted. I do.
You do?
Yeah.
Well, because of course it's the storyline of he's licking your face, and then all of a sudden he gets this bizarre disease.
So did you think he
Toxoplasmosis.
got the disease before, and then they went back to scenes of him
I don't
licking
think
the
he
face?
had the disease. If you want to,
But
me
then-
to be truthful,
Oh, they
I don't
You,
know.
oh, you
it all
don't
up.
think he
I
had
don't
it?
think he did.
Yeah, I was
that's
thinking
me.
that too.
But that's me.
It sounds nasty.
It's-
Worms in the eye.
Yeah, it sounds very severe.
I don't
mean,
want worms anywhere.
I feel like if you learned you had worms in your eyes, you would not be leaving the eye doctor going, "Oh, everything's fine. Thanks, Mom. Love you so much. Oh, yeah, it's good."
valid
No, you have worms in your eyes.
I'd be freaking
I'd
the
be
hell
like,
out.
yeah,
Get
this
it out
is-
right now.
yeah,
Get it out.
serious.
What do I shoot me up with something?
But
Get
he's a strange dude, though. That's him.
Maybe.
I don't know. I'm a bit with you. I don't think
Yeah.
he has it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, if I were, we kind of have this conversation with every episode. We kind of see little moments that we think may have been planted.
That's
you
the
know?
beauty of reality TV. That's what I like dissecting. This couldn't have happened. It's too perfect. It's too perfect to fit, you
Yes.
know?
Truly. And
Yeah.
if there was a moment, that'd be my moment.
And of course, speaking of moments, so then we get the solution to the toxoplasmosis. Enter, Alexis is going to appreciate this, enter the dental dam.
Dental dam.
Dun, dun, dun.
She's like, "How dare you
I only...
associate my name to such a thing?" Which was actually rather genius.
So you thought it was genius.
I thought it was clever.
It was-
and what I thought was best about it was Alana got right on into that action.
And said, I can make it even better. I can add a layer of greatness to this. I can first put on a face mask and then layer the dental dam over it.
Onto
Guy
it.
looks perplexed
No,
right now.
I thought it was brilliant.
Okay.
Stupid things like this sell.
Yes.
If this went on Shark Tank,
Yes.
this would sell. If you made it right and made it and told about the how unhygienic dogs actually are,
Completely.
and
Saves
but
you
you're still
from
in
the
it.
bacterial spreading.
I saw a little freaking stool on Shark Tank that you sit on the toilet with to sell billions of dollars or something, and it's the most stupid invention ever. This thing would sell.
We
I
need
was
to come
thinking
up with
that.
something, the three of us. We do.
Yeah.
But Sean, you're onto something.
No, he is.
Sean and Alana.
Yeah.
You are onto something.
That was-
It could be,
They've
it could
targeted that market.
be the doggy dam.
Oh.
That's that. No,
I
don't
know, I like
Maybe.
it.
I actually thought it was
I
quite
like
smart
it.
though. How he when the dog came
It
up
wasn't
and licked it.
working though because it was just like the dog was.
It needs some adjustments.
Yeah. They'll figure it
But,
out.
You know, step one.
They'll get the right prototype
Yeah,
going.
I'm with you.
I liked it. It was clever. Very clever.
Good job.
Yes.
Good job. You know, because yeah. So Kim's friend Stephanie didn't get enough of Kim in London. Time for Stephanie to have a little vacay.
Yeah, why not?
In La La Land.
Yeah.
LA's a lot different to London.
Totally
Once you came out.
different. Absolutely. And obviously Dean had unfinished business, so all the better.
Exactly.
He could capitalize on just a little bit more time.
Was he really hooking up with her?
I don't think so.
Okay, good.
I think she's a very, very, very skilled flirt.
What does that mean?
I think she's very good at flirting.
Professional
I think
manipulator.
But why? There's you're saying manipulator.
Well,
Why is
one,
she-
she's megawatt attractive, right? She probably can.
But why does she need to flirt with Dean?
I think she probably enjoys it.
Yeah.
He enjoys it. She enjoys it. I think
These
they.
sort of girls can flirt with anyone.
Well, she said she also likes George and wants to be with George.
Yes, she.
That's
like,
understandable.
It is understandable. It is.
like I said, have you seen Dean's Instagram? You know, you might just want to date him too.
Oh.
Really?
I'm not saying I do. I'm just, let's be clear, but hey, who knows? Who knows how he has charmed her or not?
What's on his Instagram?
Go look at it.
Well, okay.
Go take a look.
Okay.
Anyhow, so.
What a call to action, Allison.
I tried.
Precisely.
So, she comes into town. Her and Kim and Allie go out for some margaritas, and they looked quite delish. They were flaming.
Oh,
That was my type of drink.
Establishment.
Wasn't
where
it?
were they?
Establishment and beverage.
We need to
I
Google.
want that place. Can
Maybe
we go to
Alexis,
that
I
place?
think it was like
Google flaming margarita.
Yeah.
Alexis will Google for us,
Yeah.
and we'll tell you.
I
Where.
really want to go there.
Oh,
That-
okay.
It was on fire.
El Camacho.
Okay, wait. It was not all
El
on fire.
compadre?
They put a lemon in the margarita, and they probably put sugar on the lemon, and then they light that on
I
fire.
saw flames. That's good enough for me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, there
Oh,
was
yeah.
flames. Yeah,
There was flames.
There
That's
was
the
flames.
selling point. Is the flaming margarita.
So
I'll take two.
Was it a Mexican restaurant?
yes,
It looks like.
That's it.
You
You're
are so good.
El
El
Compadre.
Compadre cocktail.
That was so fast.
Thank you.
She's
All
a-
you,
she's
all
the
you have
best.
to do is put in Flaming Margaritas Los Angeles, and then it's the first thing that comes up.
I'm
There
gonna
you
get
have
better
it.
at Google.
There you have it.
No
Get
good.
yourself a
welcome.
flaming margarita.
So where is it? Address, please.
It
Alexis.
is in Echo Park. That's what I know so far. Let me see if I can.
Sunday, we're
find
going.
it.
Look at that. Look at that. Get
there's
ourselves
three
Bam,
of
after we
them.
record.
flaming
There's
margarita.
three of them actually. There's one on Sunset. They're all on. There's two of them on Sunset Boulevard and one on Figueroa Street.
Oh, so
Not-
everyone can go to
Let's not go
whichever's
downtown.
closest.
yeah. You will. You have three
Many
choices.
locations.
Great social media shot. The three people doing the stew hands with the flaming margaritas. And I'm thinking social media here. I'm expanding
You're
my
onto
horizons.
something.
You're thinking two
He's
girls
onto
and
it.
guy can also recreate that shot amongst us.
I love it.
I like
Yeah.
this.
I love it.
Anyhow, here at AfterBuzz, we also inform you, so now you all can have your flaming margarita. Anyhow, so they are
Am
all
I
talking.
invited?
Oh, of course,
course
you
you
are,
are.
Alexis.
Okay, I should-
Guest
That is
of
assumed.
honor.
That is assumed, Alexis. You are invited.
Expected.
Exactly. Demanded. It is demanded that you are there. So, of course, Ashley conversation pops up in the mix. It's girl talk. Ashley comes up. What did you think about this conversation?
I feel like it's very appropriate. I feel like it's something that because,
No, of course it's appropriate. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think you even mentioned this a few episodes ago. There's obviously an age disparity between
True.
Allie and Ashley.
40 and 24.
Yes.
Yes.
It's a big one.
That is a big difference.
It's a big
It can
one.
be, depending on, Ashley has brought this up in terms of where they are in their lives, and not to negate where they are in their lives, but just in the sense of the things that he's sort of after and the things that she is yet to experience that are just on sort of different...
Completely. And it really depends on the person,
Yeah,
too,
absolutely.
you know, because there's easily 24-year-olds and 40-year-olds that are, like, of opposite ends of the personality spectrum. But it just so happens that Allie seems like a very typical 24-year-old and wants to go out and do her thing and kind of be whatever. And Ashley is on just the complete opposite end of everything that's happening.
But-
so I imagine that's very tough.
Yeah, I completely agree. But I thought this was resolved a few weeks ago. We went through this all again, and then they made up and they agreed that, you know, she was going to see how it goes and wasn't going to smoke in front of him or whatever. But then we're back to the same thing again.
Yeah. Well,
I think it's going to be a
I think it's bigger than that
recurring-
now.
It's going to be a recurring theme.
Yeah, because I think they had the weed issue first. And then I think since then it's been that she wants to like go out.
Go
Because he
out.
mentioned she wants to go and do the clubs. So
Yeah.
that seemed to me like the bigger issue now, the fact that she wants to be out on the town. But he's so busy he can't do anything with her, can't go out to dinner, can't whatever, because he's working on the album.
And he's recovering.
Most
obviously.
importantly,
So,
yeah.
but the family drinks in front of him all the time. And he has no problem with that.
Looks
Yeah,
like it.
so I think that part, it seems that part for him, he's less affected by, and whether that's, I don't know, I thought tonight he might have been drinking non-alcoholic beer or something, because I thought he had what looked like a beer-like beverage. So I feel like the alcohol thing he may have in check, but the drug thing is...
That's the bigger
Some
thing.
people, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, we can ask him next week.
'Cause this
we
is-
can ask him.
ask him.
This is weird. You know, 24, young, pot smoker, recreational, and she likes to party.
Yeah.
40-year-old,
Done with all that.
with all that.
Yeah,
You
right.
know, cannot go back to that if
Yeah.
he wants to live.
Right. Different.
You know, it's flirting with danger there, right?
It really is. That's a good way to put it. I kind of feel like that.
Dancing with the devil.
Yes, and his...
It's one slip up can kill you.
Yeah.
In the situation he's in, as deep as he was,
Yeah.
she's got. I mean, if she wants to be with him, she wants to. I'm sorry, but she has to give up. She has to give that life up.
I'm on that train with you. I kind of agree.
It's definitely not a laughing matter in the sense of if you know this about yourself, you just, and even his bandmate,
buddy, yes, I
his
was gonna say.
bandmate, his guitar player, you can't risk it. I mean, he was very clear about the fact that it's not healthy for him.
Yeah, and I liked his reference. He said that, you know, even on a bad day,
Yeah.
it could look good. And it
Correct.
could be easily something that is
I
something you can't
remember
come back from.
for psychology class years ago, I had to speak to a recovering drug addict, a
Okay.
big time serious. And I remember they said to me, I've never forgotten this. They said, being a drug addict is like having not eaten any food for 4 days and having a big fat juicy burger right in front of you and not being able to touch it the rest of your life. And that always stuck with me. So that's what sort of thing he has to go through every single day
Every
the rest of
day.
his life. That is brutal.
Yeah, that is
So
brutal.
hard.
And so
So-
it's like, why dangle extra?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It was interesting too, like just the little things that we got from everyone around. So Kim had a solo little chat with the camera, and she said, anytime Allie is talking about Ashley, it doesn't sound positive. You know, you're like, that's not good. And then, you know, the conversation that Ashley has with his bandmate, it was like, okay, that wasn't positive, right? I'm like, okay, that's strike two right there. And then when Ashley finds out that Dean and Kim invited Allie to join the family in Palm Springs, Ashley's face was like,
Is Kim a troublemaker? She did this last week with the Ashley Gay thing. Now she's doing that with him. She sort of spreads gossip.
Stirring the pot?
She does stir the pot.
Okay,
and it's
that's-
not a laughing matter what
Yeah.
what the gay thing was.
yeah.
This
I
thing's a
never
bit more
thought of it
serious.
that way.
She's a troublemaker. A little bit.
Because honestly, in this scenario where she invited Allie, it did seem sort of natural because it wasn't even her, it was Dean
Yeah.
that said, and Ashley didn't go out of his way to say like, hey guys, I didn't invite Allie.
That's
Don't-
true.
Don't like, you know,
Just don't get
spread
involved.
the word.
Don't get involved in relationships that aren't yours. If he
Yeah.
wants to invite her, he can invite her. You can't go without consulting
Yeah.
him and telling him.
I do agree with that, right.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how lovely a person is or what have you.
But then I guess it's hard because Kim wants to be friends with her.
True, but you can still be friends, but just don't invite on family vacays until you've cleared it with
Until
the,
Dean does.
I would have been pissed if I was Ashley.
Yeah.
Even if I wanted to come, the fact that she went behind my back and did it, hey, I want to invite Ashley. Is that okay? We've become good friends. That's all
Right.
she's got to do.
Yeah.
But she didn't do that.
Yeah. Well, I think Dean like usurped her.
Dean
and
definitely
Ashley.
good. I love the usurping.
It's
I
great.
love when
You're so. We'll get back to that. But you're so good at research. Have you got any info on Dean? Where did this guy come from in life?
Okay, so
I'm so fascinated by him.
I did do before the show started. I did a little research. I think he's got his own, like a few of his own business things. He's like entrepreneurial.
That's a loose term, though.
It is very loose.
So is Sean Stewart.
That's what I mean right there.
I'm gonna. Well, Alexis can do a little.
She switched on today.
I
11
know,
p.m.
I know.
Not bad.
This is great.
She had her dinner.
She's ready to go.
She's ready. She is one step ahead of all of us.
Clearly.
Maybe Alexis can do a quick Dean. His last name is Geistlinger.
Oh, gosh.
Geistlinger.
That's a long one.
It is.
It's a tricky one.
We don't know why
Dean.
she's living with why he's living with Kim.
Well,
'Cause
they're
why
besties.
not?
Yeah.
Hashtag why not?
He's hit. I'm not going into it.
He's what?
If he's that much of an entrepreneur, he doesn't have to live there.
No, I don't think he has to. I think
I think he wants to.
Put it in the chat so I can see.
Oh yeah, totes and goats.
Totes, you can do
He's
that.
an interesting one to me.
Yes, he is an interesting one.
He is, yeah. I think it'll be really interesting going forward in the episodes to see more of his history and his interaction with the family, particularly in Palm Springs. That'll
I
be
agree
interesting
because
to see.
Alana was not pleased to find out that Kim invited. Oh, tell us,
What is
Alexis.
that? That's a noise.
No, the reason I said that was there is actually an article that says, "Who is Dean, the Stewarts and
The world
Hamilton
wants
star?
to know."
Isn't part of
I should
either
have read that
family."
article.
Oh man, I'm about to start reading it.
Okay,
Hold on.
great, good. She's
Go
gonna
ahead.
do
We'll check
some
back
reading.
I'm not the
Yeah.
only one that wanted that answered.
So Alana is not pleased that Dean is coming. Ashley's not pleased that Allie's coming, but he's gonna work with it. So yes, I think the Palm Springs excursion
Yeah.
is going to be an excursion.
Yeah. Indeed.
Sorry. Looks like
I
What's the
agree.
update, Alexis?
so. According to legend, this Dean was the one who discovered Eminem. Who helped discover him at least. He attended the Rap Olympics as a former intern turned assistant to Jimmy Lovine at
Iovine.
Interscope. There you go. Eminem lost his rap battle but caught Dean's attention. He
Yep.
came back to Detroit.
this is insane to me right now.
And then him and
Really?
Dre got him together.
I owe Dean a massive apology.
If he
everything I just said,
you and me both. If this is the truth, whoa.
No, I
So,
told you he is.
apparently-
I just criticized him. I thought he was like a bum.
no,
living off
apparently
her.
his job is to find artists and discover them. That's his job.
Eminem.
No, not Eminem.
No,
Well,
I
he
know,
found
but he
Eminem.
found
but
Eminem.
that's
Dre.
the legend, though. We
I
don't
told
know.
you.
We all know
Legend.
Dre
I told
did,
him to
obviously.
look at his Instagram. It is.
I know, Dre.
Dre did it. We know that.
So, what?
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm gonna keep looking, but that's what
If that's
everything
true,
keeps coming
I want to
for.
personally apologize right now. I'm sorry. I'll never doubt you again.
Now-
Just because you live with Kim and
Guy is gonna have a new man crush.
No, we're not going now.
Yeah. Now I want to know the Dean Dre connection,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Because now there's a history there.
It must exist.
All right.
It
Yeah,
must
he's
exist.
That's the next Google search.
Everything
keep
everything
looking.
that you can find here is that he was the intern who was just at the place where Dre was working at, and he found Eminem.
Did
at a
he
rap
Amazing.
battle.
did he monetize this? Did he profit out of this? We don't even know.
That's what.
Oh my God, he
apparently
better.
That's what's happening.
He better have gotten a finder's fee.
I think he
That's a big find. It's a very big find.
This sort
Yeah.
of discovery also is interesting because does it correlate at all with the fact that Alana said that when Kim is around Dean, she's more flippant? So do you think his background in artist relations and
It's very good by you.
attitude
Well done.
makes I don't know, is there a connection between those two things?
No, but it's a good thought.
Okay, so no, there's no
Oh,
connection.
really good
okay.
thought, though.
Done.
Like, no.
We're done with that.
But he at least pieced it together. He was like, I followed
What's
you
your
and no.
response?
Well, I mean, who knows? Because if we were looking at him as sort of like a mooch who was just hanging around, we were all thinking, well, why? Why does she want him around? This makes no sense. But if he really does have some sort of like business background and like professional acumen and finder's fees and things, then,
Well,
maybe that changes things.
Were you thinking the same way I was thinking? As he was a bit of a mooch, right?
Well, yeah, because we had no idea. Not merely a mooch, but I really felt like he was sort of like an opportunist. I thought he was like her assistant at first, from the first episode.
One of the reasons I thought he was is because of Lana's attitude towards him. She looks down on him in some way. It's almost condescending. So that furthered my thought about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, it looks like everything I found. I even found a biography. It says accomplished in season music and talent management professional with proven record of identifying and singing emerging talent, including multi-platinum artist Eminem and D12, which is Eminem's group. So works for executives.
So
in the
what's
music
Alana's
and
deal?
Very interesting.
Well, whatever. A mom has her reasons for, and whatever the reasons are. I actually never thought he was just a house guest assistant-y bum. For whatever reason, even me not doing my due diligence, my thorough due outside of his Instagram. Wow.
Another thing is, with those credentials, you can get women. He came across to me as the guy that just can't get a woman, so he wants Kim.
He wants Rod Stewart's daughter.
Yeah.
Whatever. Maybe he, or obviously she's got relationships with a lot of very interesting people. She's had a very interesting upbringing. So, whatever. They have a lot of common.
I feel like the show should have said something if this is the case. Because it's promoting the show even more.
We've been misled.
Yeah.
It's. Yeah, I don't know. All right.
I'm very intrigued now.
I feel insulted.
Maybe they're gonna drop a bomb
viewer.
later in the season for us, or I don't know. Who
That would be
knows?
lovely.
It's E.
I would like it to come full circle at some point.
So they all have a family din-din. Dean is not there at this thing. It's George. It's GT. It's Ashley. It's Alana. It's Sean. It's Kim. So it's the core.
Fam only.
It's a fam-only din-din. And they're having a convo. It's another Ashley Alley convo. And lo and behold, GT rattles off a comment like, oh, maybe she just needs to be smacked around a little bit. And
I have a funny thought on this.
please tell me.
It's
Yeah, I
not
wanna
funny
hear it
what
too.
he said.
No,
Okay,
of course.
not funny at all.
Say it.
And I gotta say that I 100% agree with Kim and her reaction to it.
Okay.
But the first thing that popped into my head was, of course GT said that. He's living in the 1950s. He thinks he's Sinatra. And back then it was like, "Rrr," like, just give her a little slap. It's fine, or whatever they thought.
In a
then.
funny voice, too.
Yeah. Especially in that voice.
Yeah.
Is how I heard it in my head.
Yeah. What did you think?
I'm torn on this one.
'Kay.
Because, I would never condone hitting a woman in my life.
Sure.
I never would hit a woman in my life. Just get it. But guys do say that in a joking way. But then the fact he's 15, does it make it less appropriate than an adult saying it in a joking way?
Right.
So I don't know that. But she reacted very...
Alarmed.
I didn't like her reaction at all.
Me neither.
I just maybe take him aside. I think what GT said was best. GT was close to tears.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to cry.
Yeah.
He was embarrassed.
He was
He was.
humiliated. Maybe she could have just...
Yeah.
And he is like the sort of the only child there because he's lived away from them. He's probably not as tight as the rest of them.
He even said that.
And
He's a bit disconnected
And he
from
did
them.
get humiliated in front of him. So it
Yeah.
wouldn't have just been close as your biological sister who've grown up with all your life
Right.
humiliating you. It's like when the other,
It's
what
like
I'm saying?
someone that you're not
Yeah.
as tied to. Yeah,
It's true.
Yeah.
And how many times has this happened in your life where you go to say a joke and you just deliver it really badly?
all the time.
Every day.
Hello, every day.
I've nearly been,
And it's like, and after you say it, you're like, oh my God, because it could totally have been interpreted as inappropriate or offensive or just embarrassing, not funny, all of these things. And so the poor guy is trying to jump on in and have a word with his family and say something, and of course it came out terrible, and then everyone jumped on him, and
I'm glad you guys are saying this and not doing the feminine side,
Well, I do agree with Kim.
We all do, but
Yeah.
she wrote that. I would have actually, if he said that, he actually delivered the line quite well. It was quite well timed. I would have laughed. No one else laughed though.
So here's the
Yeah.
thing too. I think that it was.
No, you're not happy with me for saying that. You got the teeth. You got the teeth cringe.
Oh, the teeth made
I don't like it at all.
No. I mean, I do. I felt for him in the whole embarrassment of the situation. That's where I got the teeth in the whole thing too. Because it's I see Kim's side, but yeah, it was a little embarrassing. So I felt bad for him.
Yes, I definitely felt could this have been a weird intentional edit where did we miss some more of the things he may have said that may have sort of buffered the outburst that it appeared that he had? And at the same time, too, when he said I was joking, he very well could have been joking, and he probably was. I was kind of on
Of course
George's
he was
side on
joking.
this one.
Yeah.
I was on George's side in the sense that just kind of how they reacted to it was, I think, in poor taste, because on many levels, a way to reach him would have been, I think, to pull him aside and just say, hey, I think that was really uncool.
Yeah.
And it could have just made him feel like more of a man or whatever.
Kim's trying to, stop him from doing something in, the later years and try and look out for him by humiliating him, but it was a family. It was a dinner. It was in front of everyone.
Yeah.
The poor
And
kid.
on camera. The worst
He
of it all.
definitely. And it looks like
I'm telling you, Kim's a troublemaker. I've seen it too many times.
things are gonna.
He can spot one a mile away.
Things are gonna
Not
heat up
really.
next week.
I've had plenty of them. I've got a bad track record with that.
All right, so they're on their way to Palm Springs. Let's go into some predictions because I think some stuff is gonna go down.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV.
Guy, we'll start with you.
It's like being in like a haunted house because we
Kind
have
of.
the former drug addict, the young girlfriend who wants to party, the troublemaking sister,
Yeah.
the two, the George and Alana who aren't married but act like they're married, then J2, Kim's Ox. It's all put in one house in the middle of the desert.
Yep.
The cameramen are doing the producer's doing a great thing
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
This is bound for trouble. And that's what there's going to be.
It is.
But I just want to see, I want Kim to get back in my good books because I actually like Kim. I'm attracted to her. I think she's a good person, but she's in my bad books right now. So I want to see how she handles
This.
JT
Yeah.
and how she deals with it, and whether she can just let it go and even eat a little bit of humble pie and maybe apologize, so she overreacted in some sense.
Feel you on that. Okay, what about you, Blake?
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
I want to see what goes down between Ashley and Allie.
Down.
Going down.
I like it.
Because, in the real world, I would assume Allie would speak to Ashley before she goes on this trip. But that's not how they're going to do it on the show.
No. Yeah.
Allie's just going to arrive, and Ashley's going to be like giving the cold
You're
shoulder.
here.
Oh, you're here. And that's what I want to see.
And they're going to be here to share what really happened.
They
next
are!
Week, which
So
is
they're going to be
very
right here next week, both of them.
exciting. Right on here at the AfterBuzz.
So exciting, right?
Me too.
They're going to be here. Yeah, no, I definitely, I'm going to second everything that you guys said. I think it's going to be interesting to see everything that goes down in Palm Springs, not only between Ashley and Allie, but between GT and Kim. And I also think it's going to be interesting to see how, Stephanie is there and Dean will be there.
Oh, yes.
So I wonder what things might be cooked up between those two, what the room situation is going to be. Like, there's going to be a whole new can of worms next week. Is really what's happening.
Part two.
Part two
Can
of
of worms,
the can
part
of
two.
worms, yeah. Anyhow, I think it's going to be a good one. So we are excited. Next Monday.
And, of course, my George moments.
Some more George moments.
Like those.
Ashley and Allie in studio next Monday, August 31st, 11 p.m. here
So
at
be
AfterBuzz.
there.
Brilliant.
I've been your host, Allison Dean. You can find me everywhere at the Allison Dean. Blake, where can they find you?
And I have been Blake V. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Blake V Media.
You can find me on Twitter at Guy and a Girl Show, Instagram GuyDavid86.
And we actually just launched a new radio show on Indie 100, the three of us. It's called Two Girls and Guy. So tune in. That's Wednesdays.
At noon.
Wednesdays at noon.
Wednesdays noon on your TuneIn app, Indie 100, or you can listen online. If you want to hear us, we speak about everything.
Not just Stewarts and Hamiltons, but everything.
You'd be surprised what they said.
Some good music like Rod Stewart. Thanks for joining. We'll see you next week.
See you next week.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.